For Trump, membership in the Billionaires Club does have its privileges. He travels on what is known as Trump Force One, a Boeing 757 that seats dozens of passengers. It has bedrooms, a theater system, and gold-plated fixtures in the bathroom and on the seatbelts. Monogrammed on the headrest is the Trump family crest. For Donald Trump, this is the only way to fly.
They've never had anybody that owned a Boeing 757 before. It's a little bit of an unusual thing.
Donald Trump, unlike most other candidates, is rich enough to bankroll his own campaign.
I'm really rich. I'll show you.
He flaunts his wealth candidly.
$8,737,540,000.
You might think all his billions would alienate working-class voters, but Trump says it's really a plus.
We don't want your help. I'm the only one that's self-funding. I'm not selling myself to special interests.
But he does use his $7 million helicopter as a political sideshow.
Does anybody want to take a ride?
It made quite a splash at the Iowa State Fair.
What amazes you most?
His golf courses, his resorts, himself.
In a way, Donald Trump was born ready. The fourth of Fred and Mary Trump's 5 children, he grew up in the construction business. His father, a real estate tycoon, built middle and low income housing. He always knew how to get what he wanted. His brother Robert was no match for his schemes, as he told me in our first interview.
Robert had a set of blocks, and I had a set of blocks, and I asked Robert if I could have his blocks, and I built a beautiful, tall block building, and then I said I like it so much that I glued it together, and then Robert couldn't have his block. So, I don't know, somehow that story is a story that a lot of people have asked me about. I don't know.
What do you think it says?
Well, it says that just, even at a young age, I wasn't so much different than I am now.
That relentless desire to win made his name a modern synonym for success. If flaunting it was the game, Trump was the name. In the 80s, his fiery mix of hubris and vision caused him to win and lose fortunes.
You gonna fight it to the bitter end?
I always fight to the bitter end, don't I?
But today, the Trump kingdom is an empire. From international hotels to golf courses, even a winery. The name Trump is such a brand for success that it has been licensed on an astonishing range of products.
It's a great tasting vodka.
Trump Model Management.
What does this guy not have his name on?
The reason my real estate is successful is they know if I put the name Trump on it, it's going to be the best.
What's the downside of being part of the 1% of the richest people in America, especially when you're trying to reach the middle class?
Well, there's a certain loneliness that you have, but that's made up when you have a great family. I have a great family, fantastic family. I have a wonderful wife. But the funny thing is, I'm a rich guy, but I have this great relationship with the working people of this country, and that's true.
What vein do you think you have touched?
The vein of people are tired of being led by leaders, if you call them leaders, that are virtually incompetent.
Trump says he is a man of the people. Others say he's the P.T. Barnum of politics. Whatever the answer, he's been playing to crowds of thousands.
Donald Trump speaks the truth.
He's not a politician, he's not paid off.
Well, he's so damn good looking. What do you think? His theme song is his message, and it has definitely hit a nerve. On this night, Trump owns the crowd.
The number one value people are looking for is authenticity. Is it real? Is it really real? He comes across, at times as a bully, but people will take a bully who's strong over somebody else they think is nice who's weak.
We have people that are just so pathetic.
Without question,
We said no. Wrong.
the bluntness of his shock and awe campaign
Sit down.
keeps pushing buttons and boundaries in every way.
There's going to be change, but real change, not Obama change. You remember?
The next president, Donald J. Trump.
Trump is still the wild card in this election, a power broker, whether he wins or loses. If you lose the nomination, what next for Donald Trump?
Look, you can lose the nomination, you can lose the election. What's next? I go back to what I was doing. I built a great company,
Make America great again.
but I think this is just a greater calling. I mean, this is the ultimate calling.
President Trump! Thank you, everybody.
When we come back, the Trump children, all grown up and unplugged.
You have said, Ivanka, of your father, that he bred you to compete with each other.
The kids on Trump guilt and who's their father's favorite. Next.